One rapper got humbled by Michael Jordan, while another rapper got checked for sharing his teenage daughter's sexual life. These are rappers who got checked by celebrities. Ye, the artist formerly known as Kanye West, been wilding out on the net for a minute, dropping hot takes left and right with zero chill. But this time, homie stepped way out of bounds and caught some serious heat from the A-list squad. It all pops off when Ye hits Twitter with some straight-up anti-Semitic nonsense. But that was just the beginning of Ye's L streak, cause before that, Ye was beefing with fashion critic Gabriella Carefa Johnson. That's when Gigi Hadid stepped up and checked Ye hard. She wasn't playing, calling him out as a bully and a joke. But Ye isn't the one to take good advice, so he clapped back. He wouldn't stop there though. Homie goes on Fox News and decides to come for Lizzo out of nowhere, comparing eating one too many with heavy-hitting topics like black genocide.
For people to promote that, it's demonic. You know.
What, can I ask?
Yeah.
I've noticed this also.
Yeah.
Why do you think they would want to promote unhealthiness among the population?
It's a genocide of the black race. They want to kill us in any way they can.
But Lizzo didn't just let Ye get away with it. She responds during one of her concerts. She wouldn't even name drop Ye when she fired back at her show.
Everybody in America got my name in their mouths, in their reason. I'm minding my fat, black, beautiful business.
But the real heavyweight in this saga, Jamie Lee Curtis, the OG Scream Queen, wasn't having any of Ye's anti-Semitic mess. She hits Twitter to school Ye on the real, reminding him that words ain't just words, they can spark some serious violence. She even talks about it in this interview about a movie she was promoting.
I woke up and I thought, my grandparents?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just abhorrent.
Yeah.
It's abhorrent behavior. I hope he gets help. I hope his children get help from him.
Even the main man in the White House, Obama himself, once called Ye a jackass after the infamous Taylor Swift VMA moment.
The young lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing?
Why would he do that?
He's a jack. No, all this stuff.
That's what King said.
So there you have it. Ye's been catching hands from all sides of the celeb world. And now, speaking of hip-hop heavyweights catching heat, this next rapper got put on blast by none other than Michael B. Jordan. This is a classic case of never meet your heroes that went down between the GOAT himself, Michael Jordan, and Houston's own Chamillionaire. Now, Chamillionaire's been a Jordan stan since day one. He's rocking the kicks, copping the jerseys, the whole nine. So when he spots MJ, he figures this is his chance to get the pic with his idol. But MJ wasn't having it. Instead of the warm welcome Chamillionaire was expecting, Jordan hits him with the coldest of shoulders.
Now, I understand. I kind of expected him to say no. So I wasn't mad if he said no, but the way he said it, he said, "Oh, hell nah, man, I ain't taking no pictures of no niggas." And he said it like that, and I was like, I kind of got stunned for a second, because I was like, wait a second, I don't think he heard. I turned back, and my boys were just looking at me like, damn.
Trying to salvage the situation, Chamillionaire starts talking about how he dropped 7 stacks on a vintage Jordan jersey at an auction. So MJ tells him if he wants the pic so bad, he better cough up 15 grand right then and there.
I just bid $7,000 for a Michael Jordan jersey, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he goes, you know what? I'll tell you what. You pay $15,000 right now for a jersey from me, and I'll take a picture with you. And keep in mind, Michael Jordan's real tall. He's looking down on me, and I'm looking up at him like, man, I've never been so heated in my life, man. My heart just started racing like, I'm about to steal off on this fool.
Chamillionaire was shocked. Someone from MJ's group even tried to tone things down.
Hey man, chill out. That's Chamillionaire, man. He was like, I don't give up, and he cursed. He said, I don't give up, nigga. And I was like, and then you know what I did? I just sat there for a second. I just sat there and looked at him, and then I turned to Spike Lee and I said, you know what? I appreciate it, bro. That's all good. And I shook Spike Lee's hand.
But even after getting curved like that, Chamillionaire still couldn't help but admire Jordan. And now, speaking of those heavy hitters putting rappers in check, this next rapper gets checked by the queen of entertainment herself. On one side, you got Oprah, a media mogul who built her brand on uplifting and empowering people. On the other, you have 50 Cent. a rapper who's made a name by being unapologetically real and calling it like he sees it. It all pops off when Oprah calls out 50's music for being misogynistic and glorifying gun violence. She wasn't having none of that on her show, and 50 tries to explain his side, but Oprah's not buying it. She doubled down, sticking to her guns.
The reason why they take to it, like think about the misogynistic lyrics in hip-hop culture. Why are the women dancing?
I don't know.
If they identified...
I don't know why the women are dancing while they're being called bitches and hoes. I don't know why they're doing that.
They run the show. If the women don't dance, nobody's happy.
Now, Fitty being Fitty, he wasn't about to take this lying down. He figured if they couldn't be friends, might as well be enemies. That's when he took it to the next level and named one of his dogs, Oprah.
I heard you have a dog named Oprah.
Yeah.
I consider that a compliment.
Yeah, I
whether
love
you
her.
meant it to be one or not.
I love you. Oh, if I can't be your friend, at least let me be your enemy. So we can coexist, baby.
Talk about petty, but that's how Fitty rolls. And the beef won't stop here, because years later, Fitty came at Oprah again, accusing her of having a bias, saying that she was only going after black men in the Me Too movement. Fitty points out how Oprah is quick to shine the light on celebrities like Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, but seems to be silent when it comes to white dudes like Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein, who were caught up in similar scandals. The beef seems to have been squashed between the two, but who really knows? Now, 50 ain't the only one getting checked by folks outside the rap game, because this next rapper gets checked by multiple celebrities for some messed up stuff. The self-proclaimed king of the South, T.I., steps into some serious heat when he spills some wild details about his daughter's private life. So T.I. drops a bomb on the Ladies Like Us podcast talking about how he's been taking his daughter to the doc every year so he can check if she's still a virgin.
We have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her hymen.
Oh, you... Hey! I'm done with you right now!
He then grossly goes into detail about the trip.
She don't ride no horses, she don't ride no bikes, she don't play no sports, man. Just check the hymen, please, and give me back my results.
Oh, dear.
Expeditiously.
No. Expeditiously.
But I will say as of her 18th birthday, her hymen is still intact.
Deja, you are an angel.
Yeah, this mess blew up fast, with folks from all walks of life calling him out for being straight up creepy and controlling. The celeb world didn't waste any time in putting T.I. on blast. Chrissy Teigen, known for keeping it real on social media, hits up Twitter expressing her shock. She couldn't believe we were out here discussing hymens like it was a casual conversation. Over on The Talk, Sharon Osbourne and Eve weren't holding back either. Sharon, never one to bite her tongue, straight up says that T.I. has no business discussing his daughter's life, period. Iggy Azalea, who's got history with T.I. from their music collabs, went in hard. She calls him out for having a serious control issue with women and suggests he needs some therapy ASAP. In the end, T.I. learned the hard way that what happens in the family don't always stay in the family, especially when you're putting your business out there on a podcast. And just like T.I., this next rapper has been quite controversial, and his latest statements land him in some hot waters. Charlotte-born rapper DaBaby straight up caught a beatdown from the celebrity world after he dropped some seriously whack homophobic bars at Rolling Loud Miami.
You didn't show up today with HIV, AIDS, any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2-3 weeks. Put a cell phone light in the air. Lady, if your pussy smell like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas, lights up. Fellas, if you ain't sucking in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air. Let's be real about this shit.
First off, Boohoo Man, that online drip supplier known for hooking up rappers with fresh fits, cut ties with DaBaby. They weren't about to let their brand get tainted by that hate speech. But that was just the beginning, because Dua Lipa, who had DaBaby on her Levitating remix, wasn't playing either. She hit the gram to let everyone know she was horrified by his comments. The heat kept coming as more celebs and activists started calling DaBaby out. It was like he was watching a real-time cancellation, with everyone from pop stars to the LGBTQ+ advocates taking turns to school this dude on why his words were so harmful. DaBaby tried to do some quick damage control, but it was a little too late. He hops on IG trying to say that both gay and straight fans were feeling his shows.
The gay ones and the straight ones, we turned the up. I'm talking about my boy that was at the front of the stage, left over there by where I jumped at. Ask him, he got clips all on his shit. The whole night was recording. We were turned the whole night. My boy had the crop top on,
then hits Twitter to acknowledge that folks with HIV and AIDS had the right to be mad. But by then, the damage was done. This whole situation showed how quick the industry can turn on you when you step out of line. DaBaby went from being one of the hottest names in the game to getting dragged through the mud. But up next, we have the queen of rap getting checked by none other than the goddess of pop herself. Queen of rap Nicki Minaj catching heat from the goddess of pop herself, Cher. That beef was cooking on Twitter, and it all started because of this bar in Nicki's track, Did It On 'Em.
If you could turn back time, Cher, you used to be here, now you're gone. Nair.
So Nicki drops this line about Cher and Nair, and Cher's squad wasn't feeling it. They thought Nicki was coming for their idol, comparing her to some hair removal product like she was past her prime. That's when things started getting heated. Cher, being the OG she is, didn't sit back and take it. She hits up Twitter, clapping back, which had everyone shook. Nicki's man at the time, Safari, tried to step in and defend his girl, but Cher wasn't having any of that, and she shut him down quick. And then Nicki jumps in after Jeffree Star tweets at Cher to give his 2 cents. Nicki repeats that her lyrics were no disrespect, just a metaphor. And this next rapper has been no stranger to controversy. But this time, she's got more than one big name coming for her. Iggy Azalea thought she could just roll up in the hip-hop game without paying her dues. But the culture wasn't having it. Some real heavyweights stepped up to put her in check, and it got messy real quick. First off, we have Snoop Dogg, the OG himself, coming at Iggy with that West Coast heat. Snoop wasn't playing when he started posting memes, calling out Iggy for fronting like she was down with the culture. He even compared her to Marlon Wayans and White Chicks. Iggy tries clapping back, but when you're beefing with a legend like Snoop, you better be ready.
Say, bitch, you fucking with the wrong nigga. And your nigga better check you for what I do. You funky bitch. Yeah, you.
Things got so heated that T.I., Iggy's label boss, had to step in and squash it.
Boys and girls, I just got off the phone with my homeboy Tip, the king of Atlanta, and it's officially over. No more bad talk. I apologize. Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
But the heat didn't stop there because Azalea Banks, another fierce MC, steps into the ring and starts swinging. Banks wasn't holding back, calling Iggy out for cultural appropriation and biting off black culture.
Whenever it comes to our things, like black issues or black politics or black music or whatever, there's always this like undercurrent of kind of like a f you. There's always like a, y'all niggas, like y'all don't really own shit, like y'all don't have shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that Macklemore album wasn't better than the Drake record. You know what I mean? That Iggy Azalea is not better than any black girl that's rapping today.
She went in during a Hot 97 interview getting emotional about how whack it was that Iggy was getting more shine than black artists who've been putting in work for years.
The very fucking least y'all owe me the right to my identity and to not exploit that. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what we're like holding on to, like hip hop and rap and like Bill Cosby or whatever the fuck it is. Like, that shit is fucking like too timely.
Banks didn't just come for Iggy's music. She questioned her whole authenticity. She was basically telling Iggy to stay in her pop lane and stop jacking the culture.
Businesses capitalize on that.
And that's fine. So put her in the pop category. Put her with Katy Perry and Lady. Put her and Miley Cyrus in the same box together.
Don't put her in hip hop.
Don't put her in hip hop.
But she's rapping over a beat though.
But just because she's not singing does not mean it's rap music.
This beef had been brewing since 2011 when Banks first called out Iggy for that XXL freshman cover.
Aside from the fact that I said something about her calling herself a runaway slave master and the comfortably did a whip motion in the video, she was like, runaway slave master. Oh! Oh, and y'all will sweep that under the rug. But whenever I have to say,
we got at her about it.
But I'm saying in general, whenever I have to say anything about anything, then it's like, oh, here go this crazy black, here this, da 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 da.
Even T.I., the label boss, couldn't save her from this heat. He tried to step in and defend her, but Banks wasn't having that. She told T.I. to mind his business and, stay in his lane.
What exactly did T.I. say to you? Because I remember he
was like, well, the situation said because I am a very distinguished individual and I keeps it real. And she need to get her man before she come talk to me. Cause yeah. And get the f out of here. Where the f did you learn how to read? Freedmen's Bureau? Did you get your GED in jail? F out of here.
Iggy addressed the beef in this interview, but it didn't really help.
She'd be like, I'm the best Azalea, Me, Iggy Azalea's and just all this unnecessary shit. Me, I like to think of music as art, and even though rap is that battle culture, I don't do it for that. I just do it because I like to make it that I enjoy, and I couldn't give a f about any of that crap, and she really gets off on it. You know she does, because she does it with everybody, so I don't know. Fun.
And let's not forget about Slim Shady here. Eminem takes a shot at Iggy on Kill Shot. You ain't never made a list next to no Biggie, no Jay, next to Taylor Swift, and that Iggy you about to really blow. And bang, making it clear he didn't think she belonged in the same conversation as the rap greats. Compare me to Manson, Marilyn, or Charles. Compare me to Nas, Biggie, or Pac. Do not compare me to that Iggy bitch. Now speaking of new artists getting checked, we're gonna switch gears and talk about how the Island Boys got put on blast by Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg. The Island Boys thought they were riding high on that TikTok wave, but they weren't ready for the shade coming their way from some real heavy hitters in the game. We're talking about Kodiak Red and Fly Soulja, the two dudes with wild hair who thought they could just swim up in this rap game with their pool freestyles. But comedy king Kevin Hart and the D.O.G. himself, Snoop, were about to school these rookies on what's really good. It all goes down in the year-end special, where they were checking out the viral hits of the year. When that Island Boys video popped up, Snoop wasn't having it. This man, who's seen it all in the rap game, would take one look at these dudes and straight up call them goofballs.
Like a wild man trying to make it to the top. I'm an island boy, I've been trying to make it. I ain't seen it with a gang slang. You ain't
Gang, they got to use that word.
Meanwhile, Kevin Hart couldn't even keep it together.
I'm speechless. Two goofballs in the pool.
You know why I'm not speechless?
Why?
Because I'm an island. I'm an island boy.
And speaking of people trying to step up to big dogs and getting shut down, we got to talk about Christina Aguilera trying to come for Eminem, but ends up taking an L. We got two pop queens who thought they could step to the rap god himself, Eminem, but ended up taking L's left and right. First up, we have Christina Aguilera. Now, she thought she could spill some tea about M's personal life on MTV.
I heard he's married now. Eminem? Yeah, totally. The girl that he talks about killing on his record, actually.
But she wasn't ready for that clapback. Slim Shady came at her hard in the real Slim Shady. Christina Aguilera better switch me chairs so I could sit next to Carson Daly and Fred Durst and hear them argue over who she gave head to first. And wouldn't stop here, he kept the flames burning with threats and off the wall. Causing terror to Christina Aguilera when I grab her by the hair and drag her across the Sahara. They tried squashing it, but M ain't the one to let sleeping dogs lie. He came back swinging in 2018 with Kickoff, proving that some beef never dies. Seen him with a plastic spoon, while I bump some G-Funk and blast some Snoop, cause her double G cups are massive, huge. M did explain why he did it in an interview.
And I was like, no, you didn't just say that, you little bitch. And then she said, yeah, and you know, doesn't he have a song about killing his baby's mother? Why did she just pick my video if she's picking it apart? I would rather have had her say nothing about me.
So to M, everything was fair game, since she started it.
She heard a rumor. She didn't know if I was married or not. She just heard a rumor and then put me on blast. But I figured, well, since she did that, you know what I'm saying? All right, okay, I'm married. Okay, whatever, that's cool. But you know, you said something about me, so I'm gonna voice some rumors that I heard about you.
Can anyone ever believe that these two used to crush on each other?
He's actually been a crush of mine for a while now.
She's cute, and I've heard little things that she said about me or whatever.
Next up, we have Mariah Carey. Now, this beef's been cooking since the early 2000s when M claimed they dated. Mariah denied that, and that's when things got spicy. M kept dropping her name in tracks, like Superman. What, you trying to be my new wife? What, you, Mariah? Fly through twice. And when the music stops. What the f*** you take me for a joke? You smoking crack? Before I do that, I'd beg Mariah to take me back. Mariah then publicly denies the dating rumors in this interview with Oprah Winfrey.
Okay, so what was going on between you and Eminem, if anything?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Look, I talked to him. I, have spoken to him a few times, whatever. But in terms of me having like an intimate relationship with men, I can name them all on one hand, and he ain't on the hand. Less than one hand.
And again with Larry King.
How about Eminem?
What about him?
Do you date him?
No,
Where was that printed?
that was printed everywhere.
And you didn't date him at all?
I hung out with him. I spoke to him on the phone. I think I was probably with him total of 4 times. And I don't consider that dating somebody.
Is he a talent?
After these interviews, Eminem released Clown, going into detail about their relationship. As 50 would say, our clothing line's on fire. We ain't wire, your mind's on us. Like mine's on Mariah. And y'all is just like her. Y'all f***ing liars. But I just keep f***ing you. Like I f***ed her right in the ass with KY. Yes, sir. M kept the pressure on, even after Mariah got hitched to Nick Cannon. That's some next level petty right there. Mariah, whatever happened to us? Why did we have to break up? All I asked for was a glass of punch. You see, I never really asked for much. I can't imagine what's going through your mind after such. A nasty breakup with Latin hunk Luis Miguel? Nick Cannon better back up. I'm not playing. I want her back, you punk. Mariah finally responds with her hit song Obsessed, mocking Eminem in the music video.
Why you so obsessed with me? Obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. No. Lying that you're me. When everybody knows. It's clear that you're upset with me. Oh. Finally found a girl that you couldn't impress. Last man on the earth still couldn't get this.
Ooh, and Eminem is always itching to get back screaming at the mic, so he drops the warning. I'm obsessed now, oh gee. Is that supposed to be me in the video with the goatee? Wow, Mariah. Didn't expect you to go balls out. Shut the f up before I put all them phone calls out. You made to my house when you was wildin' out before Nick, when you was on my dick, and give you something to smile about. How many times you fly to my house, still trying to count? Better shut your lying mouth if you don't want Nick finding out. He even threatens to release their intimate photos. Enough dirt on you to murder you. That is what the f I do. Mariah, it ever occur to you that I still have pictures? Mariah still claimed there was nothing between them, but it's safe to say the beef isn't dying down anytime soon.
Mariah, sorry to ask, but what do you think about all this stuff Eminem's saying?
No, there's nothing. We're not talking.
Eminem.
We're not talking, mate. So don't ask again. Let's be respectful.
Take care, Mariah. See ya. Bye-bye.
This next beef, though, is between 2 of the biggest heavyweights. Back in 07, 50 was at the top of his game, and he decided to put Lil Wayne on blast. So 50's chilling with Funkmaster Flex, dropping knowledge on the radio when the topic of Wheezy comes up, and 50 has some choice words for him.
I feel like a whore sleeps with whoever will pay him.
Okay.
So we gotta call him a whore. If you'll just go with whoever will pay you to be on the record.
But 50 wasn't just throwing blind punches. He gave Wayne his props for making those tracks hot, but he still couldn't help but throw some more shade. Now this wasn't just a one-and-done situation between 08 and 10. These two were going back and forth. 50 dropped Part-Time Lover, taking shots at Wheezy and Birdman for that infamous kiss that had the whole hip-hop world talking. You make me want to kiss you like baby kiss Wayne, and make you call me daddy like baby do Wayne. Damn, that shit sounds gay, it's insane. I guess that's the price that little n*** pays for fame. Now what's wild is how Wayne handled this when he finally addressed 50's comments. Instead of pouring more gas on the fire, he took the high road, saying he respected 50 and made it clear he wasn't about to go after him, pointing out that with all the paper and success, there wasn't much to gain from beefing. But Wheezy backtracks harder later on when he releases his mixtape with a diss track for 50 called Louisianimal. Call me Lil Weezyana Carter. I go harder all about the dollar. 2 quarters. I pour syrup in that vitamin water. I hope you die ugly, and tonight will be gorgeous. Then 50 came back with Love Hate Love, keeping the pressure on Wayne. Acting like a white boy bored, trying to jump stairs on a skateboard. Nick, why the f*** your van's so tight? You trying to show Nick your ass, your alternative life? You said you was gonna see me when your homie got shot. It's been a while, I guess you forgot. Once again, you forget, ain't that some shit? You forgot about me, bitch. I wrote your hits. You know how we do, hate it or love it. The beef continued with back and forth shots till 2012, when 50 wished Wayne well after he suffered from a seizure. In the end, the beef didn't stop either of them from staying at the top of their game.